Hello everyone. In this video we will see how we can fill the kit or application for residence permit, Italian residence permit for the reason of work, also known as Permesso di Soggiorno. So we will fill this kit for lavoro subordinato. Lavoro subordinato is a type when you are working under a person or under a company, under an institute, so it is like dependent work. So you need to fill both modulo 1 and also modulo 2. So we start from modulo 1. Here at the top you just need to write your Castura name. So let's say we write Roma, and you will also get these white pages for your guidance. So you will also find their abbreviation. So let's say for Roma the abbreviation is RM. So you need to choose your relevant Castura and their abbreviation. So in the next section we need to write the abbreviation of your Castura. Then here you need to paste the marca di bollo of €16, not 14.62 but €16 marca di bollo. Then in section 2 in column 3 you need to write your surname, your last name. There will be only one surname, but in the name you may have more than one name. So if you have one name, just write your first name, but if you have more than one first name or middle name, then you need to write the middle name with the space. Then in 5 again you need to write the abbreviation of your comune, city, or province. So province should be for Roma is Roma. Then the name of the domicilio, which is Roma, so you need to write the names of your area. Then here if you are applying for the first time, you need to click on the rilascio, but normally the person who is coming to Italy for the first time for work reason, he will get his first field kit from prefettura. But if a person is already in Italy and he is converting his work from his permesso di soggiorno from student from cerca di lavoro to work, then it will be rinnovo. And then in the second column you need to tick on the permesso di soggiorno on the 14, and here you need to write the type of your permesso di soggiorno. So for the lavoro subordinato it is 16. You can also check from these white pages that you get along from your kit. So 16 is for lavoro subordinato. Then in these three columns 18, 19, 20, in the 18 you need to write the number of your permesso di soggiorno, your current or expired permesso di soggiorno that you already have. And if you are applying for the first time, you do not need to fill these three sections, but if you already have a permesso di soggiorno residence permit, then in the 18 you need to write the number of permesso di soggiorno. In the 19 you need to write the code of that permesso di soggiorno that you already have. For example, if you have student permesso di soggiorno, then you need to write its number, which is 24, but you already have a permesso di soggiorno on the work reason, then you need to write 16. So you need to write the code of your permesso di soggiorno that you already have. Then in the 20 you need to write the expiry date of your current permesso di soggiorno. So let's say 31st December 2016. Then in section 2, starting from 22, you need to write the number of modules that you will be filling. So for lavoro subordinato we will fill both modulo 1 and modulo 2. So we write 2 because we are filling both modulo. So we need to take both modulo 1 and also modulo 2. Then indicate the number of folly means pages, the number of pages that you will be filling. So we will fill first 3 pages of modulo 1 and first 2 pages of modulo 2, so total in 5. So we will write 05. Then you need to indicate the number of dependent children that you are applying with this residence permit. So if you are applying only for yourself, then you can leave it empty. Then here you need to write the date when you are going to submit your kit, this application form in the post office. So let's say 1st October 2025. So you need to write the date when you are going to submit this kit in the post office. Here in 29 you need to do your signature. Then on page 2 of your modulo 1, in the 31 you need to write your codice fiscale. In 32 you need to write your marriage status. If you are unmarried, then you need to write A. If you are married, then you need to write B. Then in the 33 you need to write M if you are male, and F if you are female. Then in the 34 you need to write your date of birth. So let's say 1st January 1999. Then in 35 you need to write the code of your country. So you can also check this code from the 5 pages that you have obtained from the post office. So you can find your country. So let's say we choose Pakistan. So for the Pakistan it is PAK. So you need to write PAK both in 35 and 36 your country code. And in 37 if you are a refugee then you need to tick yes. But if you are not a refugee, you are a legal person in Italy, then you need to tick on no. Then in 38 you need to write the city name, normally the city which is written on your passport. Then in section 4 starting from 40 you need to take passaporto if you have a passport as your identity document. But if you have any other document then you need to tick this one 41, and you in the 43 you need to write the document that you have as an identity document. Then in 44 you need to write the passport number of your passport number. And in 45 you need to write the expiry date of your passport number. So let's say we write 31st December 2030. And 46 you need to write 01. It's indicated that you have ordinary passport, not the diplomatic passport. In the section 5 starting from 48, this is the section you need to fill only if you are applying for the very first time. If you are applying it is for renewal, for second or third time you do not need to fill this section. So if you are applying for the very first time, in the 48 you need to write the airport where you have landed, the date of your landing in Italy for the first time. In 49 the airport where you have landed. In the 50 your visa number. In the 51 the visa type C or D. 52 if your visa is single entry, or 53 if your visa is multiple entry. In the 54 you need to write your visa category. So for if you are coming to Italy for the work reason, so you need to write lavoro. In 55 you need to write 365 days if your visa is for 365 days. In 56 you need to write the starting date of your visa. And in the 57 you need to write the ending date of your visa. Then move to page 3 of modulo 1. You need to start from section 66. Here you need to write the abbreviation of your province, so RM for Roma. And then in next section column you need to write the city of your name. Then 68 you need to write the address of your street, so it is normally start from via. And then 69 you need to write the house number. So let's say 10 your house number. Then in here if there is any letter with your house number A or B or C you can write. In 70 you need to write your scala. Sometime there are many sections inside a building, so if you have any scala A, scala B or scala C you can write. In 71 you need to write the house number which you have inside the building, let's say 1, 2, 3 or 1P, 2P. So if you have any internal house number you can write. In the 72 you need to write your postal code. So let's say 3400. You need to write the appropriate postal code of area. In 73 you need to write your email ID. And in 74 you can leave it blank, it is for fixed landline number. But in the 75 you need to write your Italian mobile phone number. So this is all that you need to fill in the modulo 1. Now we will move to modulo 2 and we will fill the first 2 pages of modulo 2. Okay, we are here at modulo 2 and we are filling this application for residence permit for the type dependent work, lavoro subordinato. So here again you need to write the name of your questura. So let's say Roma, Napoli or Milano. And here you need to write the name abbreviation of your province. So let's say RM for Roma. Then here in section 1 you need to choose your work category. So we are applying this application for lavoro subordinato, so you need to take only number 4. You do not need to take 5 or 6. Then here 8 and 9 you need to choose your contract category. So if you have a long-term contract without any termination, indeterminate contract indeterminato, then you need to take number 8. But if you have fixed term contract like 1 year, 2 year or 3 year, then you need to take option 9. Then here you need to write you need to leave it blank number 10. And in 11 you need to write the number of months for your contract. Let's say if you have a contract for 12 months for 1 year, then you need to write 12 here in the number 11. And if you have any other contract duration, then you can write in number 12. Let's say you have for 6 months, so you can write like 6 months here. And if you have a contract for some duration, let's say if you have a contract for 12 months, so you can write 365 days in number 13. And you do not need to fill 14, 15, 16, and you can leave everything blank. So for lavoro subordinato, you need to take number 4, and you need to take number 8 if you have a infinite contract, long-term contract, forever contract. And if you have fixed-term contract, then you need to take number 9. And in 11, you need to write the number of months for your contract, so 12 for 1 year and 24 for 2 years, and so on. Then you do not need to fill the other columns, so move to the section 2. In the section 2, you need to take this box number 21 if you are working in some institute. Let's say if you are working in a university or some research institute, so let's say it is a institution, a body, not a single person, so you need to take this one. Then in 22, you need to write the name of your institution. So if you are working in a university, then you need to write the name of the university. If you are working in a company, then you need to write the name of the company. Then in 23, you need to write the codice fiscale of your company, your institution. So you will get this information from your institution. If they do not have codice fiscale, which is very unlikely, then you can write their partita IVA. So you will get both these information, codice fiscale of your institute or partita IVA from your institute, and then you can leave 25 as blank. But if you are working under a person, under a physical person, not an institute, then you do not need to fill this section. Take 21. Then you need to take number 26 if you are working only under a person, not in an institute. So then you need to take 26, and then here you need to write the carta di soggiorno or identity document number in 27 of a person under which you are working. And 28, you need to write the surname of this person, and in 29, you need to write the name of this person under which you are working. And in 30, you need to write the date of birth of that person. Then in 31, the codice fiscale of this person, and 32, it's partita IVA if you do not have codice fiscale of this person. So this is all about page 1 of modulo 2. Then move to page 2 of modulo 2. Okay, on page 2 for lavoro subordinato, you need to fill section 3, and in section 3 in 34, if you get nulla osta from prefettura, immigration office, then you need to take 34, and here you need to write the province name. For example, if you get nulla osta from Napoli prefettura, then you need to write NA and MI for Milano, so you need to write the abbreviation of province where you get nulla osta. And in 36, you need to write the date when you obtained your nulla osta from prefettura. But if you have sent your contract, your work contract to the prefettura through a registered email, then you need to take 37, and you do not need to fill the 34, 35 and 36. And in the 38, you need to again write the abbreviation of province where you have sent your contract, and in 39, you need to write the protocol number, and in 40, you need to write the date. So if you have obtained nulla osta, then you need to only fill 35 to 36, and you do not need to fill 37 to 40 section. Then you do not need to fill section 4, it is for lavoro autonomo, which is for independent work, so you do not need to fill this section for lavoro subordinato. Then move to section 5, which is about your pay information. So if you are getting annual pay, then you need to take 52, section 52, and in 53 you need to write your annual pay, the gross pay before tax. So you can start, for example, if you have 5-digit pay, then you can start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can fill the last 5 boxes, and after comma you can write if there is any value after the comma. And similarly, you can also, if you are receiving busta paga pay slip every month, then you can also take 61. And if you also paying the INPS contribution, then you can also take 61. And here in 62 you can write your monthly pay, gross pay before the tax, and you need to write here your amount as I indicated here. Similarly, in the 55 you can also leave them blank, but it is not important. Similarly, if you receive code from your institution, code that you get in the March or April month, then you can also take 59. But important is that 52, 53, then 60, 59, 60, 61, 62 are important, and you can fill here your pay information. Then page 3 is not relevant to you. It is if you are unemployed, then you can fill this section. So you only need to fill page 1 and page 2 of modulo 2. Now we move to the bollettino, the fee slip that you have to submit along your kit. So this is bollettino fee slip that you have to submit. So on the top right side you can see in the boxes we have written the fees 70.46. It is fees for 1 year. So normally if you have a contract for 1 year, then you will get the Permesso di Soggiorno for 1 year. But if you have a contract for 2 year, 3 year or undetermined, indeterminate contract, then you will get Permesso di Soggiorno for 2 year or 3 years. So if you are applying for the 1 year, you will need to write 70.46, which is fees for 1 year. But if you are applying for 2 years, then you need to write 80.46 also on here, here and here, on 3 places on the bollettino. Then here you can write a amount in the words like 70.46 70 40 say, but you can also leave it blank. Sometimes the person in the post office can write themselves, so you do not need to write this amount in the words. Then these two sections are important. In the first line you need to write your full name, and in the second line you need to write your street address. Also in page 2 your full name and your street address. Then here on the third section of bollettino, here in the first boxes you need to write your full name with space, and in the second box you need to write your street address. Then in the cab you need to write your area code, and here in locality you need to write your city name. So at the end, let's see what documents you need to submit for Permesso di Soggiorno lavoro on the type lavoro subordinato. Okay, so these are the documents that you need to use at the time of fingerprints in Questura for Permesso di Soggiorno tipo lavoro subordinato, residence permit for work reason. But at the post office it is only enough that you have your original passport and original Permesso di Soggiorno if you have any at the time of submission. But at the fingerprints time you will need all the documents. So you should have your original passport and its copy. You should have visa if you are applying for the first time. Then your original Permesso di Soggiorno if you are applying for the renewal and its copy. Then the copy of work contract. Your contract should be there when you are at the fingerprints time in Questura. Then 4 passport size photo with white background. Receipt that you get at the post office after grid submission. Then the residence document, contract or ospiti or residence if you are applying for the renewal. Then the copy of codice fiscali or tessera sanitaria. Nulla osta if you have obtained nulla osta, if you have converted your contract from you want to change your permesso type from student to lavoro subordinato, then you should have nulla osta. Then Unilab, it is the document that your company or your owner will submit at some institute, Italian institute. So you will get this document from your employer. Then you should submit the pay slip 2 months or 3 months. If you have just started your work, then you just submit the first pay slip in the Questura. Then you need to submit KUD. If you have KUD of previous year, then you also need to submit the KUD at the fingerprint time in Questura. So these are the documents. If you have any question, you can ask in the comments section.